Hello and welcome. When we think about what makes a great teacher, we often focus on their training. But what about those who bring a different kind of expertise to the classroom?
Today we're talking about three licensed teachers who did not graduate from teacher education program, but their heart is in teaching.
They've earned their bachelor's degrees in other fields, passed the licensure examination for teachers, and now bringing their unique perspectives into the classroom. We'll now ask their journey and their take on the state of the Philippine education.
My name is Giselle Laview Aninion and I graduated at MSU IIT, Bachelor of Science in Biology, major in Marine Biology. And after I graduated, I took up CPRT, which is the Certificate of Professional Teaching, also in MSU IIT. So I took this 2 years, like 4 SEMs to complete the certificate. And currently, I am a DepEd teacher, a junior high school teacher at Pagayawan Integrated School, Bacolod, Lanao del Norte, Division of Lanao del Norte. 10 years already in DepEd last September 7. Exposed to teaching because of my mother is also a teacher in DepEd. No, and from time to time, she involved me always in teaching in high school in DepEd. So after I graduated in the bachelor, so I took up education to pursue another career. Since I did not pursue my undergraduate, which is marine biology, because of some personal reasons. At first, since I am not an education graduate, I had difficult time managing the learners, like the classroom management,
Mm-mm.
because we were not deeply taught the different strategies in teaching. But in the long run, because of so many seminars from the DepEd, so we were exposed to different strategies also. No, from time to time, we were exposed to different trainings like the pedagogical trainings, classroom or teaching strategies, how to manage the classroom. So we were able to solve those difficulties. Also, from the current year, because of the gap between the learners and curriculum since pandemic, um, medyo dako kayo siya og twist between the teachers and the learners. So karon another curriculum was created or a revised curriculum was created to to address those gaps para makuha jud tong ma-solve jud tong gap nga, which is ang reading ang reading comprehension mo na ang major problem karon sa education. So that is why currently we are in a 2-day training for the ARAL program for the K to 12 revised K to 12 curriculum to address those gaps para ma-address ditong reading comprehension difficulties sa mga bata. Yes sir, grabe jud ang challenges because of naay pros and cons sa technology and then katug yung pandemic na karon and the attitude of the learners. Tough. Because I am a proud BS graduate because broader amo ang content, no, ang among mastery especially sa science. So kung explain me, I am a science teacher man, so kung explain me mas ma-deeper na mo ang understanding sa bata. Dito lang jud mi nagka-problema sa teaching strategies in terms of education kay expert ang mga education graduate ana. But ang daghan man gud kayo og strategies pud ang DepEd to address that, no, kay daghan man pud ng mga BS graduates na nag-proceed sa education. So naa sila yung mga trainings na ginahimo para lang ma-cover up to sa mga BS graduates. Somehow do not agree because the main point na gihatag sa katong EDCOM is the teacher factor, no? So daghan jud kayo mo debate ana nga factor because again DepEd is always nagahatag gid siya og training for the teacher. So teachers are very equipped na gud sa karon nga mga panahon, technology, content, daghan kayo og trainings ang DepEd. I think the major problem is the nice kayo ang curriculum, no? Even the K to 12, the matatag curriculum, and then again karon the revised K to 12 curriculum, nice siya because dili siya paspas ang pace. Hinahinay gid ang bata nga dili sila makuratan nga mahuman gid na siya nga competency in a day. So mao na siya kuan sa revised curriculum. I think the major problem for me, Sir Ha, is the size of the classroom nga which is crowded siya. No, supposed to be mas matutukan din sa teachers smaller lang ang number of learners in a classroom. So but more classrooms para ma-divide yun ang klase. Now, for example, sa amo ang grade 7, we have 65 students in a classroom. So how can we focus those students na lain-lain ang ilahang attitude, lain-lain ang diverse kayo sila nga learners and naapagid sila sa hinterlands, although na ay internet connection, we can address na mga research ana, but 1 hour, actually dili na siya 1 hour karon, only 45 minutes ang among exposure sa student every subject, so 45 minutes lang siya, so dili na mo ma-address sa tanan ang ilahang mga problema. Whereas kung i-divide na mo siya into smaller number of learners per classroom, mas matutukan yun sa teacher. No, ang importante is ang kinder, grade 1 and grade 7 kung sa junior high school. So grade 1 is very important kay reading stage gina siya, reading stage. So dito jud unta siya bakbakan jud og tudlo ang bata sa reading comprehension. Kay para ma-address gyud tong learning gap, no? So more classrooms para ma-divide yun ang klase. And daghan po na ma-hire nga teacher, di ba? So connect yun siya na siya, mura siya food chain ba na kung daghan ang classroom, ma-divide mo ang klase and daghan po ang teachers nga ma-hire and daghan teachers ang need. So daghan og trabaho nga ma-offer. Di ba? So dili wala ni kailangan mo abroad. Daghan na magtrabaho. So dili na magproblema ang mga teachers. No, daghan kayo aspect na kailangan i-address sa government. Build gid unta to classrooms. Dira lang gid siya, sir, especially bitaw sa kinder, supposed to be dapat gamay lang jud sa isa ka classroom. Ang grade 1, ang grade 1 namo is 42 in one classroom, di ba? Maminaw ka sa teacher nga nagtudlo, nagpabasa, then dili na niya mahuman sa isa ka adlaw. Sa isa ka school year, dili jud impossible. Mao nang naagid siya reading gap karon. Mao nang naapoy oral program ang DepEd karon. So that's another solution nga gihatag ang government para ma-address tong learning gap. Ang oral program. Oral reading mo next, ang oral math, oral science. Maguna kita sa reading. Yes, maguna ta sa reading. Kaya dili kasabot ang bata sa math o science kung dili, wala gid siya reading comprehension. So, mobalik gid mi sa basic like letter sounds, pag-identify sa paghuman sa letter sounds, yung pag-identify na dayon sa letters, mga CVC. Mobalik jud mi ato, sir. Halag junior high school and senior high school teacher ka. Yes, mutudlo na jud mi ana karon. So kani nga day, Thursday which is September 11 and September 12, nag-training mi nga unsay buhaton namo as secondary teachers para unsa ano pagtudlo kay which dapat sa elementary naman din siya nahitabo, di ba?
True.
So as secondary teachers is
Mm-mm.
nag-expect ni nga independent readers na tanan mga bata pag-abot sa high school. So karon kay naaman siya gap. So mo nang aral program tudluan mi unsaon mo pagtudlo ang secondary learners nga mobalik mi atong letter sounds. Imagine. Letter
Oh.
sounds, what the sound of A. Oh. Letter E, oh, letter B, B, ana gid siya.
Yun,
Mura mi grade 1 teacher.
lagi.
So nice tayo siya nga program. I hope nga ma-implement gid siya og tarong para
Mm-mm.
ma-address itong gap.
Mm-mm.
Sabian kay ko no.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Giselle, for your time
Yes, sir.
and
Thank
for
you.
Miss Rain. It's a pleasure for having me as your speaker. I a speaker, an interviewee for this activity. By the way, I am Dr. Yusil Pubatang Hossein from the Department of Political Science. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a Master of Public Administration and a Doctor of Public Administration. I've been with the department for 21 years already. As a CPRT graduate, now teaching in college here in MSU IIT, one of my main challenges is transitioning from theory into actual classroom practice. The realities of teaching are much more complex than what I studied. Imagine I only took I cannot remember anymore the total number of units because that's way back in 2004, 2003, I think.
Oh,
That's
that was
quite some
very,
time.
yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So the realities of teaching are much more complex than what I studied. I sometimes face difficulties in managing diverse students, especially since college learners have varied levels of motivations and preparedness. There are those students that are very motivated, and there are those students that are you need to extend more because there are a lot of things that we are considering that they are also some of them are working students and some of them are actually coming from chaotic from family, so it's a lot other we need to really intervene and consider their situation. So they have varied levels of motivations and preparedness. Another challenge really is the workload, which goes beyond teaching. Because in IIT, we have these core functions. We are to teach. That's our primary function, instruction. And we do research. We also do extension. And workload is really a challenge, because we go beyond teaching to include paperwork, compliance reports, and administrative tasks. This is why I'm quite relieved for not and no longer in the admin position, because I used to be the director of the Office of Monitoring and Evaluation for like 3 years, 2 years, I guess.
Oh,
So that's an additional task. So since
indeed.
the training was relatively short compared to a 4-year education degree, I also feel the need to continuously upskill myself in classroom management and, of course, pedagogy and assessment strategies. I do agree that a 4-year teaching education course offers stronger preparation. Me having gone through the CPRT route, I sometimes feel that my foundation in pedagogy and research could have been deeper if I had spent more years in formal training. A 4-year course gives future teachers more time to build not just content knowledge, not just the knowledge of the content of the course that they're teaching, but also professional identity and confidence. So during my first 2 years of teaching, I struggled a lot of the identity and the confidence I had to build myself because, yeah, knowing that I am just a CPRT graduate. However, what matters equally is the commitment of the teacher to lifelong learning, which I felt that I believe no I have that commitment Even if
Yes, that's
I
right.
did not come from a 4-year education program, I make sure to attend seminars, I read a lot, and practice reflective teaching to improve my craft. And somehow this helped me a lot in overcoming the challenges in teaching, especially in the tertiary education that you have varied learners. That was a tough report, no? So my thoughts about it. Now, what I reflect on the EDCOM report, I see that many of its observations still resonate today. As someone who entered teaching through the CPRT program, although in MSUIT the licensure exam the license being a licensed teacher is not really a requirement because you just need to we have this different guidelines in the tertiary education. We are governed by CHED, not with DepEd. But as someone who entered teaching through the CPRT program, I recognize the gap in training quality among teacher education institutions. Not all programs are rigorous enough to prepare teachers for real world classroom challenges. We have to admit that. I also see that teaching is still not as highly valued compared to other professions.
Yes,
Many
I
students I
guess.
encounter see it as a fallback rather than a first choice. Like, mag-teacher na lang ko. No, that word lang. I agree with the Constitution's vision that teaching should attract the best available talents, but in reality, we still struggle with retaining excellent teachers due to salary
Mhm.
issues and workload stress. I knew a lot of teachers, like even in college, although more from the Department of Education, because as we all know, they have a relatively lower what we call this salary grade compared
Mhm.
to the tertiary level. This is why they're tempted to work abroad. Yeah, that's why we have this struggle of retaining excellent teachers due to salary issues and workload stress. Now, in my own journey, I choose to teach because of passion and commitment, but I
Mhm.
also see why others hesitate to enter or remain in the profession. So we cannot blame them also that they'd rather look for a greener pasture because we have to admit that here in the Philippines, we work hard, but then we're not really compensated of the workload that we have, and that's so unfortunate. From my perspective as a tertiary teacher, as a college teacher, I can say that the government has taken several steps after the EDCOM report, with in all fairness. But challenges remain. The licensure examination for teachers, or the LET, is one of the major reform that professionalized teaching and set is one of the major reform that professionalized teaching that and this let set the minimum standards for teachers. Now we also have this so-called the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, PPST, of which my husband is a trainer. They are training a lot of teachers, capacitating those in the supervisory level, like principals and even supervisors themselves.
Mhm.
So this PPST, or the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, is also a good step in guiding teacher development. Now we have also this salary increase, no, through the
Mhm.
salary standardization law, no, the
Oh, that's
SSL, which
good.
help, though many still find compensation insufficient because, as I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, especially those in the basic education, and they have a somehow lower salary grade compared to the tertiary level. Now, in higher education, CHED has mandated outcomes-based education, or the OBE. This is why we're supposed to have the interview last week, but then I somehow refused because we're busy revising
Yes.
our syllabus that will be aligned to the outcomes-based education, because we have that mandate. And of course, the continuous quality assurance. As a matter of fact, just recently, our undergraduate program, because in the department we have four programs. We have one undergraduate program and three graduate programs. Now, just recently, our Bachelor of Arts in Political Science underwent the EUNQA assessment, EUNQA, the Asian University Network Quality Assurance. Yeah, that's for continuous quality assurance. So we were assessed just last month. I think that was the first week of August.
Hello, everybody. I am Felizea Janami M. La Forteza Magsayo. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So I graduated in St. Michael's College. I passed the board exam, took some of experience in the hospital for about, I think, 3 weeks. So siya. After my training, then I took the experience in nursing in the hospital for 3 weeks. So murag 1 month lang siya, no? Murag almost a month. And then I realized that nursing is really not my field. My first love really is to teach students. So, and then I told my mom if I can do a job as a school nurse at a private school here in Iligan. I passed my resume, and then after passing my resume, I was immediately being hired. So automatic ko na hired on that school, and there as a school nurse and as a teacher as well. So I teach in the day students, and then I also teach in a night student because that school offer daytime and a nighttime school. Worked there for 3 years, and then I told my mother that if I can enroll in a CPRT. So on the same school where I graduated in my undergrad, for me, I think it as a challenge. Ako siyang gitunan. And then, we finally go to the part nga, nag-take nami og board exam. So, sa board exam sa LPT. So, ang uban na to kay, lisod jud kayo kay, di ba, daghan kay mga theories and everything. So, dili kay na ko siya masabtan and all. Pero, ako lagi siyang gi-push through, gidog ayo. Until such time nga, akong mga classmates kay, gusto na sila mo give up kay sa kalisod siguro sa board exam ba. And anak ko sa akong self nga, no, we will continue kay nana ta diri nga part. And we are being bashed by 4-year courses nga mga nga dili mga basin kami ra daw ang reason nga no mga bagsak ni ana, but the good thing is all of us 10 student nga mga CPRT were one of sa mga pastors gyud. So thank God kay gidungog gid ni Lord ang amo ang pag-ampo nga nakapasar gid mi sa board exam. And then I immediately enrolled in masteral. So I took my master's in Bukidnon State University, and then it's all about Masters of Arts in Sciences, major in General Science. Was being hired in the DepEd as admin assistant. So I work more on liquidations on that time. And then my principal told me that if I can apply as a Teacher 1 applicant. So I immediately apply, and then good thing last October 2019, I was being hired as a teacher. My first assignment was in Sultan Mamarinta, Panandigan Integrated School in Bonbonon. It's very far from the city, no? Very far from the city, gid siya. Given a chance to be transferred, and here I am now, working as a teacher here as well as working as a clinic teacher in charge in this school, the Tambo Central School.
For our first question,
transportation. Layo man kay siya good from my home to there. But if you really are willing to teach student, walaon nimo ang kalisod just to teach them. And then isa pud ana is technology didto kay since mura siya di siya ngon far flung from the city, reachable man siya through motorcycle, pero makaingon ko nga lisod ang technology dito kay we don't have signals for the internet. Maka-provide ni as teacher og laptop, pero dili gid siya makasuffice sa mga estudyante. Short lang ang learnings nila ba, other like kung diri man good i-compare nato siya sa kanang diri sa school as urban nga mga schools like Tambo Central School, ma-provide gid siya along the way. Then other is experience nimo ang attitude sa mga bata kana gyud for the kuan gyud for almost 8 years of teaching, including in my previous school, no, no, 9 years, mag 9 years na ko in teaching. Ang isa jud nga battle nga akong pinakalisod nga sa akong pa-experience as a teacher is ang kanaag yung magkuan sa attitude sa mga bata. Kay lahi-lahi manggod, lahi-lahi. Different manggod ang pagpadako sa parent, ana ba? So, pero as a second parent, imo lang gid silang i-guide all throughout the journey.
Our second question, ma'am.
Shall I say, yes, good gid siya kay ngano 4-year course kay dira man gud jud magsugod ang ano niya no, ang kanang leveling sa teaching ba from first year dira man gud magsulod ang mga theories bitaw. Just like me, if mukuan ko kanang as a nurse, mas better gid ang 4-year course. Pero good thing namang good karon kay naanatay ka nang murag ladder rise na bitaw kung naamang giuban gud nga mga tao nga gusto gid sila nga ma-pursue nila ang kanang teaching journey nila. So good thing nga naatay si PRT. Beforehand sa ako nga time sa CPRT kay wala mi anang mag-practice teaching. Ang good thing karon sa mga new CPRTs kay naa na sila practice required na gid sa CHED ang practice teaching. So kung ako pabuoton, good thing gid ang 4-year course, but if given a chance to have a CPRT nga short course, okay ra gyapon pod siya.
So, for the third question,
Okay. So, based on the thoughts from 1991 EDCOM no findings, ila dyan they put into emphasize about poorly trained teachers and low quality of students in teacher training, as well as low esteem of the profession. Actually, I can say I can agree of it kay because sa unang panahon wala pa magud kay mga technologies no, pero dili gid pud ka maingon nga kanang mo agreeable gid ka kay kanang kung poor gid kaayo ang train sa teachers before, we don't have kanang mga professionals pod karon on that year. Low quality of students in teacher training, it is because teaching was seen as the last option before. Many of those who entered teacher training programs were not among the top performing students, and this contributes to the weak teacher preparation and outcomes. And for the low esteem of the profession, maybe on that year, teaching was very undervalued. Wala kay siya gi-value ba? Unlike now, kay valued gid kaayo ang teaching. Yes. Lacking na lang gid ka og teachers. Based on the actions from the thoughts ni EDCOM, then mo sulod ang kanabitang continuous professional education or kanang sa CPD. And then they submit their teachers through trainings. Makita man na nato karon sa ato ang system diri, especially in the Department of Education, no. The teachers were being submitted to trainings, especially kanang sa mga technology kay yes, for ICT kay if kanon gid nato katong namang gyud mga teachers no nga dili pa gid sila inclined with 21st century nga kanabitang ga-use gud og mga laptops, uban mga teachers kay they are still using the old style which is using traditional way nga mag tarpaulin pa ana. Ang karon magud ni mga teachers, the 21st century teachers, they are using tarpapel, di ba? Magpilit-pilit na lang ka, or they can use PowerPoints, mga ana, mga Canva and etc. So kana sila ang katong mga traditional teachers, they are being submitted to kana mga trainings nga ingon ana, pero naagi uban dili nayuban nga they are willing to be submitted for trainings. Napoy uban nga moingon nga ay kuan naman mi pa-retire naman mi no. So I really kanang appreciate one of the teacher here in Tambo Central School nga who is already retired from it kay kanang aside sa mga trainings, ma-encourage pud ang mga teachers nga mo do their task, matudluan gid kaayo ang mga bata is through salary increase, teacher salary increase. Makapalipay gyud na sa mga teachers ang salary. Yes, compensation kay we all know no dili nato na kanang erase ang fact ba nga we have a lot of teachers, Filipino teachers nga they're going abroad, di ba? So dungod manggod sa compensation nga ginagive sa ila the teachers are being attracted to the salary. So, siguro mo po na ang gina-work out karon sa ato adres sa atong Philippine education, no, especially sa ato ang kanang pagsweldo sa atong mga teachers, ang salary increase gyud para in order for them to hold their teachers back now not to go abroad. That's all.
So that would be all, ma'am, and thank you so much for allowing us to interview you. So it was an honor, and thank you so much.
As we have seen, the journey to becoming a teacher can take many forms.
The perspectives shared today highlight not only the unique challenges faced by teachers from non-traditional backgrounds, but also their valuable insights into the profession and the wider educational system.
Their experiences challenge us to think critically about what someone truly prepares them in the career of teaching.
Guro ng bayan, liwanag ng kinabukasan. Sa bawat aral, isang manggagawa ng pagbabago ang nililikha.